Welcome to episode 3 of the Daily Show Live. Oh, woohoo! Merry Christmas, Greg.
Merry Christmas, Jay.
Thanks very much. So we're into the last week before most places are breaking up for Christmas. Breaking up for Christmas is like...
it's like school, isn't it?
School.
Gonna ring the bell for lunch.
When's Mufti Day?
Now.
I suppose, yeah. Every day is Mufti Day at GLPro. It's hectic in agency world.
Mm-hmm.
It's the worst time of year, basically, because, you know, there's potentially an awful lot more opportunity while everyone's sat at home using social media and using their digital marketing to promote businesses. So we basically have to get the busiest month done in the shortest amount of time because we only have 20 days.
Well, that's it. Because, like, you know, we as an agency are at the office. You know, we will be doing bits over Christmas. We're not sat in the office Christmas Day, you know, so we have to be out of the office for so we have to get everything ready for that time we're not in the office to carry on, you know, going out without a hitch, which means getting everything ready the first half of the month. So yeah, it's quite a hectic time. It means getting all our clients, like, speeding up the process a bit, badgering them for early meetings. Sorry guys, we need this quicker. Just to get everything in order so we can all have a semi-relaxing Christmas. Still got our eye on the ball, but knowing everything's prepared nicely.
Yeah. One of the things that we have trouble with as well, I'm choking on water,
is breathing.
Is the fact that when we create content, we create it for next month. So we work with people to create the content that essentially they're going to be releasing next month, so you sign it off this month. Which means that a lot of time we're talking to people in potentially their busiest month, because it's December, everyone's maxed out.
Everyone's busy.
But we're trying to talk to them about the new year. And not only the first month, but the first quarter, the whole next year. And tons of times, especially with small businesses who've been working with SMBs, we tend to be the people bringing up that conversation with people. Like, oh yeah, 2020.
Yeah, it's around the corner. It's not just Christmas, there's also New Year.
But what it does help is the fact that, you know, but by having that conversation in December, preferably have it earlier, but having a conversation of what's happening next year and how we're going to, like, kick off the year means you can storm into the next year and have some bits and pieces in place.
Yes.
So it's not too hectic, because everyone's going to come back tired.
Yeah, they are going to come back tired, but you do also want to hit the ground running in January.
Big time.
Yeah, because it's not like it's social media takes a break over Christmas. You do see dips and stuff. Like, so don't put out your best content over Christmas that you really want to be engaged with. Okay. Because it will be seen. I'm not saying we won't see it, but you do see views slightly drip off a little bit, and you do see some podcast downloads drop off a little bit. Now, that's not because people aren't on social media. They are on there, but there's a lot more other stuff going on. People are checking, like, what sales are on. They're still doing last minute shopping. They're checking the weather forecast, trying to see if this mysterious white snow is going to come for Christmas. Like, everyone's really busy. There's a lot of noise, a lot of distractions on there. It's still very busy at retail, for example. That's like prime time for them to be pushing their social media.
That's it, and it depends on the type of business you are. If it's corporate, it's going to drop down, but there's still opportunities. If it's, like you say, if it's retail, if it's B2C, you're in a great place.
Yeah.
That's when you should be going really big. But again, lots of agencies are then closed that period of time. So it's it's been a real challenging month so far this month for us.
That's it. Yeah, because you obviously want to keep posting content going. I say not your big hitters, but still some nice posts going out, still relevant. Also, some Christmas posts don't go amiss. I know people do like Christmas, and to remind them it's Christmas, we still like it. But, you know, Christmas and New Year, they're pretty big deals worldwide. Whether you celebrate it or not, they're still going to be filling up your feed over that festive period. So totally embrace that. But hold back some of your best stuff. And as soon as January hits, you literally want to hit the ground running, because a lot of businesses are going to be coming in, like you say, tired, but also New Year's resolution focused, New Year focused. You know, it's hit the reset button. Once I wake up New Year's morning, the hangover, I'm just like, right, that's it. It's all done now. It's back to reality. Bacon sandwich, then get back to work.
and the thing is so many budgets are waiting to be released. Like, we're having so many conversations on the content creation side of the business about what we're going to do next year, People are sat waiting for it. You want to have everything going out, so when your clients' budgets are all of a sudden open for 2020 and they can do stuff again, that you're marketing to them and you're putting bits out and stuff, and you're not like, right, what do we have to do this year for the first 2 weeks of the month?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Then all of a sudden your quarter's shorter, your year's shorter, everything falls to pieces.
Yeah, you don't want to see sitting down, beginning of January, right, New Year's here, what are we doing? Should already be planned. Whether, the size of your business regardless, that should already be in some sort of calendar or schedule already. It's ready to go.
So we have to have a skeleton staff, and most agencies will, over the Christmas period, because there's things, campaigns keep running. There's posts that have to still go out, things have to be posted manually, etc.
Comments still have to be replied to and monitored. Engagements still happen that you still need to keep an eye on. You don't want somebody, writing a very negative comment on one of the posts, and you're, I'll deal with it next year. You need to react to that pretty quick.
I'll check that out next year, exactly. And at the same point as well, if you're selling something, if you've got any advertisements going on, and for a ton of businesses, like this is the time. Any fitness business right now is a time to be spending as much as you can on Facebook ads, Instagram ads. And leading into the first, at least January.
Of course.
When everyone's got the New Year's. But, post stuff out about Christmas, use it. Or post out on Boxing Day, really full of turkey, when everyone's sat being like, oh no, what have I done? Right?
I need to go to the gym.
I've got to go to the gym. Have that come up on their Facebook feed with something funny that they might want to get involved in. It's been hard because essentially you're trying to do all that and extra and fit that into the short period of time.
Yeah, 100%.
What are some tricks people can do to get ahead?
Well, you want to keep stuff obviously scheduled as you always would to be rolling out. You want to have your content pre-planned and signed off in advance, as we always would do. But again, picking your posts carefully where they're going to be going out. So you want your big main post of a bigger message to be kind of going more towards the start of January, New Year time, not over Christmas. Just lower your content going out a little bit. When I say lower it, don't really mean the quality of it or like the amount, just not your big messaging. Bit more fun. Keep reminding you there. Again, it all depends on your business. Like for us, we'll be putting content out through Christmas. It'll be probably a bit more lighthearted. It'll be still talking about our services and things we do, but it won't be like our big, huge messaging. We don't expect people Christmas Day to be funneling through to our website and kind of looking up our podcast services. But then again, you might get a new mic for Christmas. Might want to look up our services.
How many people have been waiting for this all year? Finally got the stuff.
To be fair, many years ago when I first started podcasting, I remember Christmas Day when I got whatever money I had on my phone, scrolling through Amazon. There it is. I'm buying a mic and looking up podcasts and stuff there and there. So you've also got to cater for that as well. Yeah. If you're offering services, people might start looking at you in Christmas regarding what they've been getting.
Well, that's why the
camera for vlogs, microphone for podcasting.
And that's why the content should be specific. It should have, it can be fun. It's Christmas. You don't want to be sat there reading something really, 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 really corporate. I don't know anyone who does. Everyone's spending time with family. It's got to be something that can at least make you chuckle.
Yeah, I'm ignoring my family for this.
Right.
Get on YouTube. What about, how does it affect sales? How does it affect your side of things?
Yeah, sales is tough because, so we tend to work in quarters. So, months, basically, each month has a target, which is great, but it can take all month to hit a target, or it can take all quarter to hit that target. Now, December's a pain because people aren't necessarily, a lot of people switch off, especially decision makers who are definitely pressing the button. A percentage of them, I'm not saying all of them, people are like, there's no point calling after the 10th. Yeah, there is. I've closed loads of business right up until the day. In fact, I've even closed a bunch of business in the previous company the day after Boxing Day.
Wow.
Because it is a working day and someone had to get rid of a budget.
Right, yeah. Had to get
rid of a budget before the end of the year.
Oh, I've got money left, oh dear.
Exactly. And I got that call when I was available. So, but no one else picked up that phone. But it's tough because there is certainly a percentage of people who just aren't around. Lots of people take holiday earlier. Right. People, either budgets are spent or they have specific projects. People know what they've done.
Also, do you find some salespeople not relaxed, but that's when it's end of the year, you see for a lot of them companies, that's when they go out and meet the clients. Not so much to have a meeting, more like, thanks for all your help this year. Thanks for all your service. Here's a bottle of bubbly. Here's a box of chocolates. Here's whatever. Let's go have lunch. Sometimes you find that happens December time.
It's a great opportunity to go out with people and build a better relationship with them. Right. Or when people are kind of up for it and they can get out of the office to go and say, I'm going to go to this. I'm going to go to this lunch thing. Yeah. I've got to go.
These guys are dealing with all our social media campaigns. They can stay. We'll come out and have lunch with you.
Exactly.
Have a nice time, guys.
And even I know a company that my lovely lady wife works with, who their clients take them out for a Christmas party every year.
Yeah.
So
the clients take them.
The clients take them out for a Christmas party basically because they're a small siloed office. There's only 4 or 5 people. Right. They wouldn't have a Christmas party. and they put a lot of business through them. So they will take them out for a big old, that's your
nice.
Christmas party.
Yeah.
So it is a good month to use for relationships, but is it a good month to close, to ring the bell, to get stuff in? Not necessarily.
Right.
And it is the two different schools of thought. Either people straight up aren't buying, or they're kind of panic buying before the end of the year. So it's worth being available. It's worth still, getting in touch with as many people as possible and letting people know you're out there, because there is that percentage of people who are like, I do have to close out that budget before the 31st of December.
Right, okay, yeah.
Can we have 100 shekels or whatever?
Yeah, I have that moment during Christmas where if I'm like, this is really nice, I have that, actually, I'm going to just check everyone's social media, actually, because I feel too relaxed to make sure everything's okay. This is me on my phone, by the way. All right, everything's fine, okay. Check. Like, you never know.
Well, look, it's the same thing with sales and social media and kind of business as a whole, but you've got to get ahead.
Yeah.
You got, don't be living hand to mouth. Don't be living this week into next week, but know where you are, so you can get ahead and know that you've got a short month coming in December. So hammer the sales for the previous 2 months. Make up for your quarter. Don't be living month on month and being like, you need to do every single day of the month. And you might learn something as well. Because if you can hit a target in 20 days of the month, then apply that next year and you get an extra 10 days and see what happens.
There's also the argument that if you are ahead, again, with, like you're saying, with sales, you're working during this time or being available during this time. And if you've also got your social media scheduled and ready to roll out in January, when you get back into the office in January, it's not like, you can just be like, right, that's all running, that's all done, right, actually do some work. Yeah,
and catch up and keep a little bit ahead of the game. It is difficult. And everyone says this. We're pretty lucky because it's how our business runs. We're always talking about next month. We, even if we're really behind on everything, we're still having this conversation last month and going, oh no, it's December already. But it's so easy for every business to fall behind, and everyone does. Yeah. And it's all of a sudden Christmas.
Because you hit October and you're kind of like, right, better start thinking, Christmas is coming up now. This is the last quarter. Christmas is coming up. Right. Oh, it's Christmas. Bam! Literally like that. Like so quick. Like it creeps up when you really, really hit. This year, we were a lot more ahead and we were talking about Christmas before October. Yeah. And already mentioning it in meetings of our clients. Like, Christmas is creeping up already, guys. We need to kind of start thinking about that now. So what do you want to get before Christmas? What do you want to start pushing? What do you want your audience to see before Christmas? If you've got a product, what is it you want them to be seeing and ordering in advance of Christmas? So we need to, how long does this take to come out? 6 weeks, right? We'll start talking about that in end of October, mid-October, so people know when to start booking in advance to get what it is you need. Yeah,
and we've done that kind of throughout this year. It's been great to get a little space on it, and be planning Black Friday in spring. Is a wonderful time because you've got everything planned and done. You can just then work with engagement and help to actually grow the rest of the KPIs or whatever you have for that company, and not be like, oh no, it's Black Friday. Quick, here's some posts and what we're going to do as a sale, and having to be reactive. Essentially, just proactive.
It feels quite bad when we see it going, Black Friday was quite smooth for us as we all nice and prepared, but then you think, when you're working in the shop, it's like, when everyone just comes storming through the door. But no, we actually quite smooth and followed by Cyber Monday as well.
And Cyber Monday was nice and easy.
Actually, you know what? From end of October, November, it is actually quite a few notes to hit all in the run up to Christmas. It kind of is quite a turbulent time in terms of everything you've got prepared for.
Problem is you get lulled into a false sense of security
by
the rest of the year, and it ends up with a summer and a big holiday, and all of a sudden it comes in and it's just kind of like event after event after event, and no matter what industry you're in, there's just stuff to talk about leading up to the end of the year, and then hopefully you breathe out a little bit.
Okay, so how will you be spending your time? Well, don't get too personal, but you're being off work for Christmas. How often will you be logging in and checking work side of stuff? Are you going to try and take a couple of days where you can relax a bit, or I obviously know you're not a switch offer. No, you're always switched on. Yeah, I imagine if you went swimming, you'd have your phone in there.
I throw it. And
oh my god!
So no, I over the last couple of years have built in that I just have to take a few days off. Christmas Day, Boxing Day. I like to fly fish on Boxing Day.
Oh, do you? Nice.
I do. It's a family tradition. Wow. But mostly it's an excuse to drink champagne.
Oh wow, fishing sounds great.
It is. It's really a lot of fun. Especially if you forget the rod. Then you just get to drink champagne.
Use your hands.
Just jump in with a bottle.
Throw the bottle. I don't condone that act.
But no, a couple of days of Christmas. If we're travelling as well, I just don't bother. And we've worked so hard this year to actually make sure that we do have time off, and I think I can actually turn off here, and we've got a big enough team where everyone's worried about stuff for long enough that I can have half a Christmas and throw some snowballs. I think so.
Snowballs.
But we'll see. We'll do a live in the new year and see if I took any time off at all. Because who knows? Time will tell on that one.
Of course, yeah. Okay, yeah. Well, it'll be similar for me. I'll be pretty relaxed over Christmas period, but I still will be logging in and checking stuff. There's still stuff I do need to be posting, so I still do manually post throughout the time.
And what kind of things need to be manually posted? What kind of things?
If you're manually posting like a blog on LinkedIn, like an article on LinkedIn, you want to keep up that momentum. So you just log in, get that scheduled, get that done, or get it scheduled, get it posted, and off you go. You still, if there's comments that need to be done, you still want to be reactive to other people as well. So you still have to keep the momentum going. So that's another thing. Your momentum, a big thing. If you've been doing all this engagement with some of your clients, Instagram, what have you, or your own, and then you just stop over Christmas and people start, keep commenting or liking, and you're just ignoring everything. Then you do a big catch up in January. It's not necessarily the end of the world, but you will lose that little bit of reach and engagement that's been happening.
Yeah, you can absolutely see a dip. What do you do? How do you schedule it out? Do you put some time into each day, because it's on the holidays? How often do you schedule?
I will usually check everything pretty much when I wake up anyway.
Right.
And then you just take a minute, sit down. Right, I'm going to check now. Then a little bit later on in the morning, right, I'm going to check again. But again, you get the notifications, so that you are checking as you go along.
Okay, so you'll just have a couple of clients with, and if getting a notification.
Yeah, don't worry. I've got bit scheduled in my calendar as well. Bing, check this. Remember to check on that. Remember to make sure this is posted.
Do you have fun schedulers?
I do have a little bit of fun put in there.
1 hour.
Yeah, 1 hour fun.
1 hour. Me and the daughter.
I still have a lot of time to embrace and celebrate Christmas and be with a family, my little one. But it is something, I probably am a bit more OCD than I need to be with it.
Right.
Just because, you care and you worry. So as long as I know that I've checked it, if you come out, oh, that's fine, I can relax. Next hour I can relax.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. I can enjoy it. I can enjoy the whole time.
So every day is like Christmas dinner for you, basically. When's the turkey done?
Yeah, come on. But I'm really looking forward to being off for Christmas this year.
It's been
a busy one.
It's been a really busy year, right? It's been a really, really busy year, and it's been one of those years that kind of ramped up more and more as the months have gone on. But it's been great to work towards knowing that we're going to take a nice big break.
Yeah.
So for Christmas, we basically every year for the last few years have gone to Star Wars.
Yeah.
So we take the entire team, everyone who wants to go, and as the quality of the movies come out, that gets less.
I don't get to go to cinema that much since my little one was born, so I am just we're going to go to cinema right for Christmas. Even if it's not a Star Wars film, we'll still go, right?
Yeah, you'll go to see the J-Lo Christmas movie.
Yeah.
But every year we've gone to see Star Wars, so we're finishing off the year on Friday. We're taking everyone to see Star Wars and then going to a restaurant all night for some steak and some funsies.
Really, I'm quite glad we're doing a Christmas party on the last working day, because it is kind of going out with a nice bang, and knowing previous years we've kind of done it during the week and then come in an hour or so later the next day, just but it's nice at this time we're bang, time off after this.
And that's my fault, because I used to work in corporate, and some of the funniest days, the best days that you ever had, was when everyone went out the night before, and then the next day everyone was sat there being like, oh no, I'm sorry. But what's the point? Yeah. What's the point of sitting here hungover? Let's just sit and have it as the last day.
And I'm older now. Hangovers last longer and a bit harder to get through.
You are pretty old. That's true.
It's true.
So make sure you plan everything for Christmas. We'll have more lives next year, which should be some funsies. We've got some great guests. Yes. If not, Greg's always
I'm the guy that comes in when there's no guest.
That's because you're always the guest. Everyone else is a special guest star.
Yeah, I step aside for the other names.
So we'll see you in the new year. But Merry Christmas from us. It's been great. Thank you for all the comments. Thank you for everything this year. And we'll catch you in 2020.
Have fun.